Hey, team, we're here for chest triceps, a little bit of deep core. Coming in at the end, we've got 3 supersets. I just finished my warm up, little out of breath. We're going to get right into the workout today. So, we're kicking it off with chest press or bench press. Pick your poison. I'm going to go from the bench today. You can go from the floor or do whatever you need to do to progress to a chest press on an elevated surface like a bench, whether it's shallow or regular height. Um, if you are progressed to a bench press, go ahead and get your bar set up for that. We've got seated overhead extensions. We basically have chest try, chest try, chest try, and then core with a little bit of tricep work sprinkled in at the end in a 3-minute AMRAP. Weight selection, get your normal chest press weight and get your normal overhead extension kickback. We do have seated dips, so you will need a shallow bench for that. You can go from the floor, but I would try to at least grab like a step or a chair, something like every day so you can elevate yourself. Um, I do have a resistance band. If you're taking this workout to the gym, you can get your dual cable fly instead of a single arm. So you could save a little bit of time there with a standing dual cable fly set at a moderately low setting. We're going single arm with our resistance band. So let me go ahead, get the music set back up, and we'll kick it back off with chest press. Chest press or bench press. Talk about rep ranges. For mostly everything, we're working, what are we working? 8 to 12? Yeah. So we got 8 to 10 chest presses. If you're failing at 8, cool. If you want to explore a super heavy weight today and you're failing at like 6, that's also okay. I want you to push to 8 to 10, and then 8 to 12 overhead extensions. 3 sets here. Actually, 3 sets of everything. I'm gonna reverse this position. Boom. There we go. Remember how to safely rack and drop those weights. Let's bring it down. Drive those shoulder blades into your floor, bench, mat. Little arch in that low back, protecting the shoulders. I like a 3-3 or 3-2 tempo, something that's going to give you at least 5 seconds of time under tension per rep. Nice and under control. Full range of motion. All right. I grab my 20 right into overhead extensions. Quick sip of water. Set number 1, done. 2 more to go. We got tempo push-ups coming in our next superset, which means a super slow control negative and then a quicker eccentric. So super, super slow, pop it up in 1 or 2 after that 3-second tempo. If you are not there yet, just work on stringing push-ups together at whatever pace is comfortable for you. If you're still modifying, no shame in that either, you know the deal. Work on your negative, then you work on just the push, then you work on stringing as many together as you can. Let's get your angle right. Let's get the path in which your reps are traveling right. Let's get the range of motion right. Nice and under control. Good, good. Awesome job. Way to drive up those last couple reps. Whew. Last couple are feeling hard. And these guys are always hard, no matter what. If you've got a heavier weight, you're feeling closer to 8, all good, as long as you're challenged. I used to love triceps. I don't know what it is. I am finding triceps very challenging these days. Last set, best set. Shake it out. We're going to rest here for like the next 30 seconds to a minute. Make sure you are getting that full recovery in between your supersets. The goal is not to burn yourself out in set number 1 and set number 2 and then totally fatigue at the 3rd set. I actually want you to think more in terms of slower progressions. Alright, so if that means picking up a weight you know you can do in set number 1 to get you to that heavier weight for set number 2, to get you to train closer to failure in that 3rd set, that's sort of how I want you to view progressions. So we definitely don't want to burn out completely in that 1st set. Don't take it easy, but make it so that you can make progressions. Don't make it harder to make progressions. And the way you're going to make it harder is if you literally just burn yourself out, don't rest long enough, don't give yourself a chance, basically. Quality form, just like that very 1st set. Damn, way to breathe through the shaking. My goodness. All right, we're coming over to tempo push-ups, kickbacks. Up to you if you want to take a single arm kickback. If you've got a bench nearby, I'll show you what that looks like. And sometimes a single arm kickback can help you focus on progressing to a little bit of a heavier weight. So that's what we're looking for with our single arm. Other option, standing hinged double kickbacks, or in a kneeling position in a slight hinged double kickbacks. So it's actually completely up to you. We're kicking it off with our tempo push-ups. I'm going to try to get a little extra room. Slide that bench a little farther out. There we go. Okay. So we're working 8 to 10. I'm going to shoot for 10 every single time. 3 rounds. Super slow coming down. Pop it up as quickly as you can. Towards the end, when you get fatigued, it's going to look a little bit slower as you get closer to that 8 to 10 range. That's okay. I want you to be the one to really identify that change in pace for yourself. Like I said, if you're not there yet with that type of progression, do not hesitate to just work on proper push-up form. Whatever pace you normally take is fine. I want you to get till failure, whatever that looks like for you. So if that means stringing 3 push-ups in a row or 4 push-ups in a row, that's what you're going to focus on, essentially. If you're modifying, cool, still modify. Modify as long as you need to. The right way, okay? Here we go. All right, awesome work. You see what I'm saying about not really seeing that change in pace? Maybe it's hard to visually see it, but as long as you're feeling it, single arm or double, standing or kneeling. We've got 8 to 12 kickbacks. I just like lost track and lost pace with those. Oh, might be ready for 15s, I don't know. Good stuff, y'all, good stuff. All right. Take another 30 seconds-ish to shake it out. Now, the thing about triceps being sort of an accessory in compound movements like chest pressing, push-ups, things like that, you do get that work even if that muscle is not taking over. It's still working. So it's still long for the rise, still it's an accessory muscle in an exercise that involves multiple muscle groups. So the same way biceps are working a little bit in your lat pull downs or assisted pull-ups, regular pull-ups, things like that. That's really where that rest and recovery becomes very important because, yes, we just work the tricep, but we also work the chest, which works a little bit of all of the chest, inner, outer, upper, lower, triceps, a little bit of shoulders. Like all of these accessory muscles are working together to perform that movement. So long story short, don't feel weird about rest. Stop doing jumping jacks, stop doing high knees, stop moving in between your sets. Sit, grab a drink of water. If you're not resting in between, you're not really working hard enough within the superset itself, okay? So yes, I want you maxing out, I want you training close to failure, but I also need you recovering so that you can repeat that process. Good, we're halfway. Good stuff. Whew, awesome work. Whew, good stuff. Awesome, awesome work. Waiting for you to come back around, girl. We want to see that power generated. Last opportunity to get these guys right. Okay, so maybe you're attempting these tempo push-ups for the first time. Maybe you're able to string a lot more push-ups together than you initially thought, because as you know, prior to training close to failure, what you thought your failure point looks like and what it feels like actually could be completely different than what it is when it comes down to it. So when you start getting comfortable training close to failure, you start to really identify those points in, oh, like, this is what fatigue feels like. This is what actual failure looks like. And then when you keep pushing the envelope, those thresholds get higher and higher and higher. So being able to achieve more than you initially thought you could within your workout, actually very common, and that's where I want you to get to. I want you to get closer to the place of like, oh, failing is actually like starting that rep and not being able to complete it. And you want to get comfortable with that feeling. Feels different than training to fatigue or challenging yourself. That is too vague, that's too open-ended. All right, asking yourself if I can do one more rep, doing that one more rep, doing another one, and then actually getting to the point where you are failing. That's where I need you to be. That is where the growth and the magic will happen. So fast set, fast set. Tilt those fingertips slightly in to get the right angle. Don't go super straight, and don't be in here. Don't be like this with your push-ups, okay? Straight line coming down like an elevator, nice and easy. Lock and load, push it up with power. Halfway there. Come on, push. All right, cool. Boom, that's done. So we've got a standing single arm chest fly, 8 per side. We've got 8 seated dips. Here we go. Right into it. Awesome job. Again, if you're at the gym, you can go double and right into those seated dips. Now you can put a plate on top of those hips or extra weight, extra resistance. You keep the knees bent to modify, you keep them straight to progress. Full range of motion, 8 to 10. All right, hit 8. My next goal is 9. My next goal is 10. And that's what we're gonna do. That's just what we're gonna do. I'm going right into set 2 because one side naturally gets a rest. Now I love this move right here because it works the outer chest, which is a tough area to train. But we also get a little bonus oblique work. You might not realize it, but your core and your obliques are working to just fight to stay in this static position. We got more oblique work coming in the 3-minute AMRAP, which is next. So we really got one more set plus 3 minutes of work. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, okay. Remember, in those tricep dips, you want to make sure your fingertips are pointed straight. Those elbows are tucked, and your elbows are facing the back of the room. So no elbows out, no fingertips pointed in. Keep everything nice and super tight, even if you're keeping the knees bent. Here we go, last set. Same thing, other side. In our 3-minute AMRAP, we've got oblique rotations, which I will demo, 8 per side. We've got a standing overhead march. We've got a bridge hold position with a skull crusher. 8 reps of everything. Last one right here. So good. Whew. Last set of dips, I'm shooting for 10. Let's see if I can do it. Fingertips pointed straight. Wrists are tight to the hip. Travel straight down. Full range of motion. Shake it, shake it. Awesome job. All right, 3 minutes on the clock. This is our last 3 minutes of work on the day, you guys. Let's make every rep count. Eight reps for everything. First 2 moves, oblique rotations, are going to be the only explosive power moves. Everything else, just as slow and under control as you were in the workout. Cable or resistance band, drive that rotation. Halfway there. Good, other side. This is not an upper body move. Upper body is along for the ride here. This is a core oblique power movement. Good, standing march. If you do not have your resistance band or access to cables, take a heavy ball and go wall slams with that instead. Overhead. Good, halfway there. 8 per side, 16 total. Perfect. All right. Bridge position. You're gonna hold the top of that bridge. Hold here. Drive the shoulder blades into your mat. Skull crush. 2 weights, brushing behind the ears, or 1 heavy weight, bring it to the forehead. Good, good. All that core is working. Oh, what are we? Wait. We've got 1 minute. Sorry, we're 1 minute. 1 minute and 2 minutes to go. Oh, my timer was off. Wall slams if you're more comfortable. All right, 50 seconds remaining on the clock. All right, 30 seconds to go. Come on, let's push it. Last 8. Good for 3, 2. Last one. Woo. Had to finish this reps. All right. Way to kick off the week doing something hard, challenging, something for yourself to boost your confidence, increase your strength, to let you know you can do hard things. You just did one hard thing physically. Now you can do all of the hard things you need to do today and let it carry you through the rest of the week. Go slay the rest of your day, hydrate, eat, stretch, move, and I'll see you next time.